This week, we have seen the Nifty 50 index scaling 22,600 and recouping all the losses it witnessed in previous week. Now, what is the reason why the Nifty managed to rebound very strongly? We have seen levels of 21,600 and this week we have seen levels of 22,600. Approximately 1,000 point rally we can see. Now, what is the reason behind? Why Nifty that was trending lower, it had to reverse and scale back to a normal trend? So let's figure out the reason behind this. Let's look at the chart, especially of Nifty, and try to analyze why Nifty is trending higher and why it helped and it achieved the momentum that it was losing. Here is the daily chart of Nifty. Few sessions ago, we were discussing a scenario where Nifty was breaching crucial trendline levels. We drew levels from earlier levels of 21,000. Then we try to take the supports, try to take the lower highs of the trend. But in the month of March, Nifty breached those levels. Then we tried to shift the rising trend line to a lower level. The level was somewhere around 21,700. We took a straight trend line from the previous low, which was around 21,000. Then took another previous low of 21,700, 21,650 odd levels, and we drew a line that could show us the crucial support levels. But this week, probably the last week, we could definitely see कि निफ्टी ने वो ट्रेंड लाइन सपोर्ट भी तोड़ा है. नो डाउट कि ऊपर के साइड में इफ यू लुक एट द हायर रेजिस्टेंस, वी कैन क्लियरली सी, अगर हम लोग ट्रेंड लाइन निकाले देन वी कैन क्लियरली सी कि ये जो ट्रेंड लाइन ऊपर की साइड की है, इट इज क्लियरली बिकमिंग अ रेजिस्टेंस एट दिस मोमेंट. एटलीस्ट इट इज क्लियरली बिकम अ रेजिस्टेंस फॉर द निफ्टी. It made a top in the first week of the March, and the same trend line when we drew, it had a resistance which was touched somewhere 10 to 12 April. So on a upward rising trend line, we can clearly see the market is respecting that. But on a lower side, market isn't respecting any sort of trend line levels. So what is the level the market is trying to hold, or what is the factor, or what is the indicator that market is trying to hold or trying to take support of? So let's clear this, and what we are going to do is we are going to see how moving average at this current momentum at these levels, how moving averages are helping our market to hold their positive breath. First we'll try to put 50 days moving average and we'll see how it spans out. This is the 50-day moving average. We could clearly see this moving average was also broken in April. It did break in March also, but it tried to take a support. Obviously, it has broken there also in March. It showed some sort of a rebound and made a new high. Again, it tried to test that moving average, but it failed to hold that moving average. It gave approximately 2 to 3 closing and then bounced back. So somewhere 50 days moving average is also not helping. So let's move forward, which is the next crucial moving average. The next crucial moving average here is 100 moving average. Now we put a 100 moving average and we'll try to see whether this is actually working. And the way it is trending, we will have an idea ki how 100 moving average is helping this market. So this is the 150 moving average is not at this moment, at least 50 moving average is not supporting. So the next moving average, crucial moving average is 100 daily moving average. So we could clearly see here this market is clearly holding the support of 100 days moving average, which was around 21,730, 21,720 levels. So although this market is on the higher side, it is holding the resistance of a upward trend line. On the downward side, it is not actually holding major support of 50 DMA. We have seen it has broken 50 DMA, but at this point of time, it is managing to hold 100 DMA moving average. So let's see what we can derive from this. Now, at this point of time, we see a clear upward momentum. As we can see, market has rebounded very sharply after taking support near this 100 DMA. On Monday, it opened gapped up and it continued to rally higher with higher highs. So it's a bullish momentum, we can say. At least for the current trend, we can definitely see this is a bullish momentum, and it is likely to continue the bullish momentum. One of the reason why we feel, if you look at the trend line, give me a second. If we look at the overall structure, we can clearly see this momentum to stay positive, and this 3-4 days of the current week, we can clearly see a scenario where market is scaling higher highs. This indicates the bulls are aiming to go higher, while downside pressure could be seen as an accumulation. Market did make few lows, but whenever they were crucial lows, market reversed back. So there are momentum, there are levels where bulls have come back. Now let's look at what we see for the current week. Why it should see a range bound trend. Now we go to check the support. For this would be somewhere around 22,300, and at this momentum we can see for this week it has made a resistance of 22,650, 22,600. So it's a 200 to 300 point range. We can say 400 point range where this week has closed. It has closed on a positive note. That's a good indications where 100 DMA has become a support. Now let's look at the another indicator, which is a bank nifty, and try to see whether on that also 100 DMA is giving a support, or it is not holding any significance for bank nifty index. So if you look at the bank nifty, this is the daily chart of bank nifty. Here also we can clearly see on 2 to 3 occasions here in the month of March, mid-March, and recently also we can clearly see this moving average is clearly 100-day moving average is clearly acting as a very good support for bank nifty. So this week what we saw, market heading towards 48,500, 48,700, taking support around 47,600. So this week was about 1,000 points, but we could definitely see lower levels were witnessing accumulation. And while there is some selling pressure near 48,500 and 600, we could see some positive momentum because lower levels were witnessing bullish accumulation. So for bank nifty also, we can definitely see 100 DMA is holding the support, and for nifty also 100 DMA is holding the support. So for this week, what we can conclude is not the lower rising trend line, not the 50-day moving average. Market is respecting 100-day moving average on both the Nifty and Bank Nifty index. I hope you found this video insightful. If yes, please do like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends and family.